Mistakes, we all make them. And in fact, they are perhaps the best learning instruments that we will have in our adult lives. Hi, I'm John McNeil, and this is the Invest Strong Network. Welcome. So, watch a number of YouTube vids, and some of the most interesting ones that I've seen have been when YouTubers basically expound upon the errors that they have made in their financial lives, especially in the early part of their lives. Now, these vids have been very revealing, but I have noticed that there was a particular thing that has affected my life, the errors that I made on a financial in the financial realm that I didn't really see mentioned very much in some of the other vids. And I'm talking about the terrible mistake of either being uninsured or not having enough insurance for a particular event in your life. All right. Now, there were three instances in my early life that this really caused me a great deal of financial loss. Right. And I'll detail each one. So, as a young man, I was basically out on my own by age 18, trying to scrap a living here in Houston, Texas. And I was able to get a job at a local restaurant. Okay, fine. Everything's good. Now, they offered health insurance at that time. Now, here I am, a young guy and, full strength, thinking that, I'm invincible. Hey, who needs health insurance, right? I declined my employer's offer of health insurance. Now, I felt fine for a long time. And then I developed this rather hacking cough. Don't know where it came from, but it was rather persistent. And I should have gone to the doctor, but since I didn't have insurance, a doctor's visit would cost me full freight, and then perhaps I was going to have to buy medicine and stuff like that, which is also expensive. And I'm trying to penny pinch, right? Okay, so I do all of that. And then one night I'm at work and I have this tremendous cough attack. I mean, it actually cut off my breathing. I collapsed. Fortunately, there were some police officers who were in the restaurant that night, dining and having coffee. They were able to actually rescue me, get me to the hospital. I was stabilized and diagnosed with severe bronchitis. I was prescribed some antibiotics. A few weeks later, I was fine. Right now, that cost, that is the cost of the ambulance ride to the hospital, the cost of the hospital visit, the cost in lost work, the cost in other the radiologist's cost because they had to x-ray my chest and find out what was going on there. All of that stuff ended up being thousands upon thousands of dollars. All of that, or I should say most of it, could have been defrayed or even averted if I had insurance, right? And my foolish penny pinching behind made that terrible mistake, and boy, did it cost me plenty. All right. Now, a few years later, I purchased a new car. Now, it was new to me. The car itself was used, but it was new to me. And I purchased it with cash. And so I figured, well, hey, all right, I've got this new car. You know, now the law says here in Texas, as it does in every state, that you must carry at least liability insurance, right? Now, really, I should have carried full coverage insurance as it was a relatively late model vehicle. But I'm trying to be penny wise and pound foolish, right? I didn't properly insure my car. In fact, I didn't insure it at all. So one day I'm on the freeway with a dear friend of mine, and it's been raining a bit. My car spins out of control, get involved in a really nasty smash up on the freeway, and car's a total loss, right? So let's count the cost. The car itself was a total loss, which meant that the sum $5,000 that I had dropped into it several months before, that's totally gone. As was, I was written a ticket by the police for not being properly insured, which is correct. And then I also was forced to pay the deductible for some other automobiles that were insured, but that because my vehicle caused their smash ups, I was responsible for their deductibles. Right. All told, it was a ginormous cost that could have been avoided if I had had proper insurance. Right. If I had been insured. All right. That's a lesson I think many people need to take into consideration and thoroughly learn. Now, a few years after that, I purchased my first home, and in fact, it was a small condominium on the first floor. Now, I had a neighbor above me, and nice lady, and I purchased my condo again with cash. And hey, who needs health? Who needs homeowners insurance, right? Because really, nothing terrible could happen to my place. The condominium building itself was actually insured by the association, so I'm in good shape. Au contraire, you see, the toilet in the upstairs bathroom of my neighbor ruptured. The water comes down, pools in my ceiling, and causes a ceiling collapse that destroyed most of my home. Now, here I am with no homeowners insurance. Fortunately, very fortunately for me, my neighbor did in fact have the homeowners insurance and was able to fix up my place and actually had it quite nice by the time it was over. But whoo, that was a disaster that was very narrowly avoided, right? All because I was not properly insured. Here's the point. For persons in any stage of life, but especially in the early stages of their lives, even though you're trying to save money, you're trying to build your home and trying to build a bank account, perhaps even build an investment account, and you're trying to pinch pennies hither and thither, the worst decision you can make is to try to be penny wise and pound foolish by skipping out on proper insurance. That's my point. And I encourage everyone, all investor owned viewers who see this, to evaluate their lives. And if they are trying to skimp out on insurance somewhere, be it medical insurance for themselves or their family members, or certainly auto insurance, which will actually get you in legal trouble, or homeowners insurance or life insurance or whatever insurance that you really don't want to pay for, but you really should, go ahead, bite the bullet and do it. And it'll avoid probably, I'll put it that way, probably avoid a disaster in your future, right? And those are the biggest mistakes I made as a young person. Now, obviously, much older now and much wiser. And so I don't own a car, so I do not need auto insurance. But homeowners insurance, even specialty insurance for my art collection, and health insurance, certainly life insurance, definitely. I want to make sure that I'm properly insured. All right. So hope you found this interesting and informative. If so, hit that thumbs up button. Do it, do it, do it. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Also, leave me a comment. If you've had insurance issues that either saved you on a pinch or cost you plenty because you didn't have it, let me know. I'd love to review it. Also, subscribe. Please subscribe to Invest Strong. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much, friends, and good blessings.